Sometimes it feels like the world of engine technology has reached its peak. We've seen petrol engines evolve, diesel engines dominate, and electric vehicles break onto the scene. But every once in a while, a company comes along and shakes the entire automotive industry to its core. This time, that company is none other than Cummins, the same Cummins that millions have trusted for over a century to power their trucks, buses, and heavy machinery. But what they've unveiled now isn't just another engine. It's a groundbreaking innovation that challenges diesel, petrol, even hydrogen. An engine so advanced, even auto experts were left stunned. The question is this a real game changer, or just another clever marketing stunt? Stay tuned, because what you're about to discover could completely change how we fuel the trucks and heavy vehicles that keep the world moving. But before we dive into the incredible new engine from Cummins, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you love staying ahead of the curve with automotive tech and industry-breaking news. This channel is where you'll always get the real story, before it hits the mainstream. To understand why this new engine is making global headlines, you first need to know the story behind Cummins. Founded back in 1919 in Columbus, Indiana, Cummins started as a small, ambitious engine manufacturer. But its founder, Plessy Lyle Cummins, wasn't just another mechanic tinkering in a workshop. He had a vision. He believed diesel engines could revolutionize not only the world of heavy machinery, but everyday life itself. It wasn't easy, though. Back then, petrol engines ruled the roads. Diesel engines were clunky, noisy, and misunderstood. But Plessy didn't back down. In the 1930s, Cummins pulled off a bold publicity stunt, driving a diesel-powered vehicle from New York to Los Angeles. It shocked the world and proved diesel engines could be fast, reliable, and cost-efficient. That road trip changed everything. Cummins began building a reputation for engines that delivered power, durability, and efficiency. During World War II, Cummins engines powered military vehicles, strengthening their foothold in the global market. By the 1950s, they were the go-to name for trucks, buses, and commercial vehicles across the United States. But Cummins didn't stop there. They expanded into Latin America, Europe, and eventually Asia. Their entry into India in 1962 through a joint venture with Tata Motors was historic. Suddenly, India's transporters had access to engines that could handle long hauls without constant breakdowns. From railways to marine engines, construction to power generation, Cummins quietly built an empire of engineering excellence. Fast forward to today, Cummins operates in over 190 countries, with thousands of patents under their belt. They're not just an engine maker anymore. Cummins is heavily invested in hybrid systems, electric power, hydrogen fuel cell technology, and even advanced software solutions for fleet management. And now, they've introduced an engine that's about to disrupt everything we thought we knew about heavy-duty vehicles. So, what exactly is this new engine? It's called the Cummins X15N, and while the name might sound technical, its impact is already rippling across the global trucking industry. First showcased to the world in 2023, it started as a prototype that few took seriously. But now that production has begun, and major fleets are lining up to adopt it, it's clear this is no ordinary engine. The X15N isn't powered by petrol. It isn't diesel either. It runs on natural gas, specifically fuels like compressed natural gas, CNG, biogas, and renewable natural gas, RNG. That alone makes it a game changer. Imagine a heavy-duty engine capable of delivering up to 500 horsepower, but running on clean, affordable, low-emission fuel. Think of the logistics industry: long-haul trucks, massive trailers, city buses, mining equipment, construction vehicles, all the heavy lifters that keep global economies moving. These machines guzzle diesel, produce pollution, and rack up massive maintenance costs. But with the X15N, companies get the same muscle with far lower fuel expenses and significantly reduced emissions. Cummins has designed this engine with a specific goal: high power, lower running costs, and environmental responsibility, all without sacrificing performance. But what truly makes the X15N special is its flexibility. This isn't a single fuel engine locked into one energy source. It's designed to be adaptable, capable of running on various fuels including CNG, RNG, and eventually hydrogen. That's right, Cummins is already testing hydrogen compatibility for this engine, meaning the same machine could one day run with near-zero emissions, all without needing major modifications. It's a future-ready solution at a time when governments worldwide are cracking down on traditional fossil fuels and demanding cleaner, greener alternatives. Under the hood, the X15N is packed with cutting-edge technology. An advanced thermal management system prevents overheating even during extreme operations. A smart control unit continuously monitors performance, adjusting settings on the fly to ensure optimal efficiency. There's even AI-based diagnostics that track real-time data, alerting drivers or fleet managers of any potential issues before they become costly breakdowns. All this is connected to the cloud, giving companies unprecedented control and visibility over their fleet's health and performance. Of course, the big question everyone's asking is about cost. Yes, the initial price of the X15N is higher than a traditional diesel engine, thanks to the advanced tech and green fuel capabilities. But where it counts, operating expenses, it's a winner. Running on CNG or RNG slashes fuel costs by up to 20% per kilometer. Over months and years of long-haul driving, that translates into lakhs, even crores, saved for large fleet operators. Plus, with fewer breakdowns, lower maintenance needs, and longer service intervals, the X15N proves itself more economical in the long run. What's even smarter is that Cummins didn't design this engine to only fit new vehicles. It's modular and retrofit-friendly. Companies running older diesel trucks can upgrade to the X15N with relatively simple modifications, extending the life of their fleets without having to invest in completely new vehicles. Across the US, Europe, and India, Cummins has already begun rolling out retrofitting centers to support this clean energy transition. Now let's address the elephant in the room: infrastructure. For the X15N to succeed, widespread access to CNG, RNG, and eventually hydrogen is critical. But the good news is that infrastructure is growing rapidly. The United States alone has thousands of CNG stations, with more being added across major transport corridors. Europe, especially countries like Germany, Italy, and France, is expanding both CNG and hydrogen fueling stations, backed by billions of euros in green energy funding. In India, the government's aggressive push for CNG stations along highways is making clean fuel accessible beyond major cities. Hydrogen infrastructure remains limited for now, but global investments are ramping up. Cummins, meanwhile, isn't just waiting. They're actively partnering with fuel providers to ensure their engine rollout is matched by reliable fuel supply chains. But with electric vehicles gaining momentum worldwide, how does the X15N fit into the bigger picture? Here's the truth. The EV revolution is real, but battery technology, limited range, and charging infrastructure still pose challenges, especially for long-haul trucking. The X15N isn't replacing EVs, but it offers a critical bridge, providing clean, powerful, fuel-flexible engines for industries that can't afford downtime or range anxiety. And while it might slow full EV adoption in heavy transport, it also forces the EV industry to innovate faster, improving batteries, expanding charging networks, and reducing costs. The competition is already feeling the heat. Tesla's semi-truck, Toyota's hydrogen vehicles, BYD's electric fleets, they all face the same hurdles: battery limitations, infrastructure gaps, and high price tags. The X15N bypasses these issues, delivering similar environmental benefits without the same operational compromises. In markets like India, where companies like Tata Motors and Ashok Leyland are still navigating the diesel-to-EV transition, Cummins has boldly introduced a third path: clean, reliable, and ready for deployment today. Environmentally, the X15N delivers massive improvements. Compared to diesel, carbon emissions drop by up to 90%. When running on renewable gas, it can achieve near net zero emissions, aligning with global climate goals like the Paris Agreement. This isn't just good for the planet, it's crucial for companies facing stricter environmental regulations and ESG, environmental, social, and governance targets. Major corporations aren't waiting to adopt this tech. In the US, giants like PepsiCo, Amazon, and UPS are already trialing X15N powered fleets. European logistics leaders like DB Schenker and DPD are following suit. In India, government bus operators and private transport companies are incorporating the X15N into their fleets. Even metro cities in China have shown strong interest, thanks to robust CNG infrastructure. At its core, the Cummins X15N is more than an engine. It's a strategic response to global demand for clean, cost-effective, high-performance transport solutions. It proves the future of heavy vehicles doesn't have to be a binary choice between diesel and electric. Clean gas engines, hybrid systems, and eventually hydrogen all play a role in reshaping the industry. Cummins may not make the loudest headlines like Tesla or BYD, but their quiet, steady innovation is impossible to ignore. They've reminded the world that sometimes the most powerful revolutions don't happen with fanfare, but with practical, scalable solutions that industries can adopt today. So, what do you think? Is the Cummins X15N the breakthrough that transforms transport, or just a stepping stone to a fully electric future? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into cutting-edge automotive tech, make sure to subscribe so you never miss an update. We'll see you in the next video with more industry-breaking innovations that are reshaping how the world moves.